Many people ask me how much can I possibly make from the stock market? Like they keep asking me, how much am I going to make if I invest in stocks like this, ABC, whatever. They seem to forget one thing. Things can actually go wrong. There are some things that you need to know when you're investing in the stock market. Most times, I see everyone focused on the money aspect because people are posting, if you had invested this in January, by now you would have had this. Your 100K would have been 500K. Your 100K would have been 300K. So the drive for getting that same result makes you to lose, your mind. You don't even bother about every other thing that you're supposed to know, and you just dive in because you want to actually buy. Can I shock you? 90% of investors still remain poor even after investing, and it's very funny. People are investing in the stock market and in so many things, and they are still remaining poor. Like they're not getting the results. In fact, there are even some that have made money but they lose all the money. So today we're going to unpack, we're going to talk about stock market secrets that you must know. I need you to know these things because these are things that people do not really think about. Everybody is just watching the next video. I want to see the next stock to buy. Hold up. As you're watching the video, which is good, make sure you have some of these information I'm going to talk about. And yes, sometimes people do not talk about these things until you get into it, or maybe you start buying and you realize you're not really moving. So no one may tell you about these things, but I am going to explain and tell you all about it. So if you belong to the WhatsApp group of people who buy every stock, if you open your portfolio, you open your app, you see you have like 30 stocks. Congratulations, you are in this WhatsApp group. You need to come closer and sit down and listen. Watch this video to the end. It will really help you. This information I'm going to give you completely changed how I invest in stocks. And if you watch this video to the end, learn from them, apply them, they will transform your finances, because I'm going to be talking about these biggest stock mistakes that people do. Hi everyone, my name is Julia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And on this channel, I show you how to make your money work for you, leveraging the US stock market and every other means of making money. Beyond that, you also learn how to save smart and spend like you have sense. Don't allow your spending to rule you. So like this video, watch to the end, drop a comment. If you know there is any of them that opened your eyes, let me know in the comments. I want you to tell me whether it is number one or number two or number three. Let me know. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And anytime I make new videos, you'll be one of the first people to know. So I'm not going to gatekeep. I'm going to go straight into these videos and talk about these points that I think you should keep your eyes on. The very first one is price control. People think that the people who give you the price for the stock is the brokerage app. I don't know where we got this information from, but a lot of beginners still believe that when they place an order and the order is not going in their favor, maybe they placed it at a particular price, and when the order is executed, they get at a different price. They think it is the stockbroker that is the problem because they don't understand how the price are being controlled. And then some people do not understand that the price you will see on one app may be slightly different from the price you will see on another app. Some apps are faster in terms of getting into with the current price. So when there's a change, it is fast. Some of the apps do not have theirs as fast as that. So you may see maybe a stock at 71 and 20 kobo, and the another app will maybe showing you 71.65 kobo, something like that. So you need to understand that your broker is your middleman. And what they do is that when you place an order, they submit it to the exchange, whether it is the Nigerian Stock Exchange or the US Stock Exchange. The market forces will determine. So I will still come back to the placing of order, but I just want you to know that sometimes that you start saying, I placed this order and it wasn't executed immediately. Do not say it is your broker. Sometimes there are other little things that you have to understand that goes on. And if you have a sub broker, then you know that other things will still come in place. That's the first one. The second one is the fees involved. So many people, especially those that have like 10 stocks, 20 stocks in their portfolio, if you check how much they are charging you for each of those stocks, and then you check how much you're making. So for some people, they are in profit of maybe 1,500, but then you take out the fees they paid when they were buying the stocks, and the fees they're going to pay when they sell. It may be 700 out, and now you have just 700. The question is, if you had built it in, you would know. And somehow that's why long-term investing really works, because it takes out all the the price thing. It gives you more room for the stock to really grow and give you good return. So fees is something that many people do not know, that it can actually eat into your profit. And for some people, they don't even know that sometimes fees can eat into their capital. I see that happen when people say, I've been holding this stock for 6 months, it's not moving, I want to sell. Now they deducted money when you are buying. Now you're selling it almost at the same price. You're going to lose part of your capital. It may not be from the stock, but maybe your bank, your other balance will feel it. So make sure you are in tune with the fees that are involved. Make sure you go to the website and check how much they charge when you're buying and selling stock for Nigerian stocks and for US stocks. For people in my community, we have a class on that, a lesson on that. So I teach them that. Another thing I want to talk about is market hours. Some people do not understand the times when the markets are open. For Nigerian stock market, we have the times that market opens and the time that the market closes. So for Nigerian stock, it is 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Now, and sometimes it can be 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Now, if you place your order when market has closed or when market has not even opened, it will just be hanging. And it depends on the app you're using. There are apps that you can place an order. You can place an order that maybe when market opens, it can execute. There are apps that don't allow that. It's only when you place it real time that it works. So you're placing your order when market has closed. I don't know what you're thinking. So these are little things people forget. And then for US stocks, market opens by 2:30 p.m. and closes by 9 p.m. Now, the fourth point I'm going to mention is order flows. This one has to do with the kind of orders you place. There is something called the market order and there's something called the limit order. Market order is the price you're saying it. Now, let's say you walk into a market and you see a very fine shoe you want to buy, and this shoe is 20,000 naira. And you ask the person, how much are you selling this to? The person says 20,000 naira, and you say, okay, give me, because you actually probably that's the price you have in mind. You don't bother to price. You're just like, the price you're seeing, I want to grab it. That's what you do in market buy or market sell. So whether you want to buy or to sell, once you see the price, you are okay with it, you just place your market order. Then we have limits where you say, this stock is at 70 naira. I want to buy it at 65 naira. I want to buy it at 69 naira. Now you place an order, instructing the app to help you execute. You must know the difference, because if you do not know, you wouldn't know what is going on. And sometimes the fees they charge are also different. So if you don't build in all these things, wahala, wahala, wahala. Now let's talk about I've lost count of the number, but let's talk about the next one, which is liquidity. If you buy popular stocks like maybe MTN, GTCO, Dangote, it's easy to enter, to buy and to sell. These are solid companies. They're like blue chip of Nigerian stock market, okay? People are trading it daily and their volumes are high. You can buy today, sell before market closes. You can buy today, sell tomorrow without having any issues. But there are companies that have liquidity issue. It's like an open trap. They put flowers, they put fruits, they put chocolates, everything they know that will attract you. You go into it and then you get trapped. So some silent companies can actually have daily low volumes. So the volume of trades are low, and it happens a lot with penny stocks. I have heard people say, I've been trying to sell a stock for 5 weeks, for 1 month, for 2 months. I have not been able to do that. It's due to liquidity issues. And that's one thing you need to understand. It may take you weeks and months before you're able to sell. The next one is dividend delay. Some people keep complaining, I've not received dividends. I've not received it. They don't even have CSCS number. They've not connected their account to the right registrar, so that when dividends come, they will receive it. So others are receiving, but it's like something is happening to your life. You are calling village people when you've not done the right things. Other things can also be the fact that you are hoping that you have sorted everything out, but you did not cross check. Now, there are apps you use like Trove and Bamboo that help you to pay it either into your bank account or into the wallet. So you must know that the different apps operate differently. Know which one suits you so that when you're going to do these things, they will help you to make your life easy. Okay? Let's get into the next one. I don't want to be like this person here. So the next one is IPO hype and overnight cash. Hey, this one is the very, very funny one. A lot of times I see people who are crying. They just bought this stuff because everybody is just, making noise about it. Some people see it as instant cash. It's just a very funny situation I've seen people go into. They see it as instant cash where they just go in and make a lot of money. So when people start making us about there's this new company that is about to go into IPO, it happens a lot with US stocks. It's like a pump and dump. And then people rushing to get into these stocks. And then not all IPOs perform well. In fact, most of the time, when they go crazily up, watch the next few days or weeks, they will drop down. And when they drop, it can be disastrous. Most people, the big boys don't just rush in like that. They check a lot of things. Now, these two, I'm going to talk about them. Suspension and delisting. There are different reasons why company stocks can be suspended and they can be delisted. So I decided to pull up this information from Google. So I just go through it alongside with you. But before I get to that, I want to let you know that for you to avoid some of these huge, big mistakes, join our VIP community. We are starting in few days. 5.0 is open and we have over 5 people already seated in, chilling and about to receive their lessons. You get the right knowledge, the right apps, recommendations on stocks buy and stocks sell, what to do, how to take your profit, and you get support from me. You also get access to a blueprint document I'm preparing that will help you skyrocket your dream life. It has almost everything you can think of that will worry you. If you follow the blueprint, you are good to go. So join the 5.0 community. I'm not begging you. I'm just telling you, if you love your life, come and join and, level up. Knowledge is important. You cannot do free things for a very long time. So we're doing so many things. It is just 50,000 for 1 year mentorship, and you get all of this and more. So I want you to finish rich this year by planning yourself very well. So before I get into if you enjoy this lesson, I want to take us back into the suspension and the delisting and some other information. Follow me. Okay, so here we are. I just pulled up one of these stocks. This is called Figma. This particular stock, I'm mentioning it because the IPO happened recently. This is August when they IPO'd and then it ran to 90. And then since then, can you see this? It's as if you're going step down. You're stepping down. Try to pick up again down. Try to pick up again down. This is where we are from 54. Imagine someone who rushed in to put $90. You literally lost almost 40% of your money. So this is just a clear case of IPO rush that had gone wrong. So I keep saying it. Most times when stocks IPO, they usually drop after a few days because people are going to massively take profit, especially people that got in maybe when the IPO was still going on, the pre-IPO when the prices were still cheaper. Now let's talk about the listing of stocks and suspension. Now, what is the listing? This is from Investopedia, and it says the listing removes a security, that's a stock, from a stock exchange. It can be voluntary or involuntary. So when a company ceases operation, they go into bankruptcy, they merge, they fail to meet listing requirements, or they want to go private, it happens. So delisting can happen both as a voluntary thing or involuntary thing. And once delisted, shares often become harder to trade. See? So when you have issues where the stock you have purchased that you do not do well research on has been delisted, I decided to pull up this information from, our own, the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and it says stock suspension or delisting. If you notice in the news a few days ago, they mentioned some stocks that were delisted. So if your stocks are currently not trading on the exchange, they could be due to delisting or trading suspension. So if it's delisted, the stock is permanently removed from the exchanges. So it doesn't show anymore. And if you still own the stock, they can be traded. If it's suspended, trading is temporarily halted. So they may still resume trading, depending on their issue. So the stocks will remain dormant and you can't trade them. So you can't buy, you can't sell. You can't say, let me take all my money and run away. So do your due diligence because it's important. Rich Nigerians are not just lucky. They simply know these rules and they combine it with fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and they play the long time. So before you start crying that you have been ripped off, check if you did the right thing. Stock markets will not reward your emotions at all at all. The stock market will reward your information. So if you are more informed, you will do better. So I hope you enjoyed this video I hope you watched till this point because it made a lot of sense. Now go and do the